Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at Pickle High School with Bradford Railroaders take on the Fort Loramie Redskins. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Schwieterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Wagner's IGA, Fowler's TV, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, Upper Valley Career Center, Swan's Mama Roses, German Farmers Insurance, NKTelco Sports, and First National Bank. Thank you to those fine sponsors who allow us to bring you this, and this is high school tournament basketball. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup and the opening tip here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwieterman Pharmacies began serving the people of Waterways County in 1916 when Urban Schwieterman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
The field, shooting twos, you'd have to shoot 50% inside the arc to equal that.
Well, Branson has had himself a heck of a start here. Andy Branson, a 6-foot senior, all 8 Bradford points. And remember, the only shot he missed was a 2-foot layup. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of numbers on Bradford. Couldn't get the information and don't have a lot as far as individual scoring leaders.
Yeah, we're seeing him for the first time like everybody else.
Braun with the basketball, down in the Siegel. Braun deep in the left corner. That shot is buried. Braun his second triple of the night. As you mentioned, Braun, a 43% three-point shooter, gets the steal.
Very nice pass.
And getting the basket to drop there on the steal is Nathan Ratterman.
Austin Siegel with the assist.
Branson, who's had the hot hand for the Railroaders, will back it up and face a Fort Loramie man-to-man defense. Nice move to the bucket, no call. I thought maybe there was a blocking foul. Dillaquan Millhouse, his shot no good. Tough break for the Railroaders. And Millhouse nearly comes up with a steal. A lot of hands on the ball, and no whistle. Braun comes up with it. Shot no good. Fort Loramie with the rebound kicks it out, and the new possession, a new look for the Redskins. Braun, his third triple of the game. There's a whistle on the court. I'm not real sure. We got a couple guys going at it, so they step in.
Yeah, I noticed
no timeout on the floor.
Number 24, Jake Barga, really laid a forearm into Austin Siegel as he tried to come up to the elbow. Nothing was called, and then after the shot, they kind of got into it a little bit.
In for the Redskins, number 33, Eli Rosengarden, the game's first sub. And quickly down the court, boy, again, Andy Branson has had all 10 points here. In fact, I think he's the only one that's taken a shot. No, take it back. Millhouse had a shot, but he's right now, Branson, 5 of 6 from the field, or 4 of 5 from the field. Cross-court pass, Rosengarden, or that's Ratterman, I should say. Back to Ratterman. Another cross-court skip pass.
Now they're getting out on Braun quickly. They realize that he can shoot.
Braun's pass too high for
travel.
Brandaway. And back-to-back turnovers, so Bradford can't take advantage of the Fort Loramie turnover and gives it right back to them.
Andy Bronson just took an extra step there.
3.5 minutes left here in this first quarter. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Fort Loramie Redskins on top by 4.
And we'll see how long Bradford can stay in that zone.
Entry pass intended for Cody Barhorst. Out of bounds, and there's a timeout on the floor called by Bradford. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching boys tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
14-10 to score. Fort Loramie with the lead now. Pressure's been creating some turnovers. That's time, though, not the case. Branson, who scored all the Bradford points, continues to do so. He now has 12. And Coach Britton will take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. That'll give us a chance, Ron, to go through the sponsors for tonight's game.
Sweeterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Wagner's IGA, Fowler's TV, Upper Valley Career Center, Swans, Mama Rosa's, German Farmers, NKTelco Sports, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Dental Care, Minster Bank, WKKI, K94 FM, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens. The scoreboard sponsor tonight is First National Bank, Think First, and the player of the game will be brought to you by NKTelco.
Thank you to those sponsors that allow us to bring you this, and this is boys tournament basketball from Piqua High School. Jeff Henson alongside me tonight is Ron Cruzy. Fort Loramie off to a good start here, 14-12. I should say a good start for the Bradford Railroaders as well, as this guy right here, number 12, Andy Branson, has all 12 Bradford points, and he could have easily 14. He missed a layup.
Yeah, Loramie's offense has been good. It's their defense that hasn't been up to par right yet.
Getting the steal on one end and going to the other end, Nick Brandewy, 6'2" sophomore, picks up the game's first foul against the Railroaders. A number of substitutions getting ready to come in for Coach Corey Britton's Fort Loramie team. The first of two is no good for Brandewy. Brandewy is 72% free throw shooter on the season. Carter Mesher back into the game, as well as Austin Siegel.
Number 52, Nolan Burning, is also in the game for the Redskins. Or they call him back. He was right in front of the score.
He's at the bench.
Oh, there he is.
He's going in for the shooter at the next dead ball. Driving to the basket, pull-up shot, nothing but the bottom of the net for Jake Bargy. Jake Bargy, a 6'2" senior, has the game tied at 14 up. Two Pete Roses, if you will. Braun misses his first three-pointer of the night. He'd already hit on 3 of them.
Yeah, the Redskins better find out where Branson is. He's 12 points already here in the first quarter.
Man-to-man defense still by Fort Loramie. A little bit of pressure. Backdoor cut was there. Unfortunately, passed a little strong. Johnny Fike steps out of bounds, but they had a chance there in that high pressure. The tighter the pressure away from the basket, Ron, sometimes easier it is for the backdoor cut.
Yeah, you just need two players working together, and they should be smiling when there's high pressure like that, because you're going to get some backdoor plays.
14-14, a good ball game so far here at Piqua. Again, the top seed Fort Loramie, the 13 seed Bradford. Nice move.
A nice penetration. What'd they get there?
I was looking at the guy underneath with the whistle. He looked out here. I don't know if they traveling or a double dribble or something. I missed it. That was a nice move by Rosengarden.
Yeah, we had a good angle on that. He made a nice move right inside, maybe two moves.
A violation of some sort. And again, Bradford here, under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, a chance to take the lead. Turned over there by Millhouse. Fort Loramie with the basketball. Braun all the way to the basket. He is blocked up high, stays with the Redskins. And as the referee signals all ball contact, so good defensive play by the Railroaders. A minute 11 for the Redskins here. Open to Siegel.
And one.
The whistle, the foul, and as Ron said, the bonus coming up.
Siegel's very active on the inside here so far in this game. And he's got to be without Tyler Siegel in the game.
Parker Smith picks up the foul for the Railroaders. Their second foul. Fort Loramie yet to commit a foul. And at the free throw line, number 45, Austin Siegel. His free throw is missed. 63% shooter on the season is Siegel from the line.
I'm surprised he's only shot 16 foul shots coming into the game.
I noticed that too. I thought 10 of 16 with his play inside, you'd think he'd have been fouled a lot more.
Yeah.
Turnover committed against Bradford. 60 seconds left. The overhead pass knocked away, and Bradford nearly gives it away. It goes off of Braun. So a little maybe carelessness now with the basketball, if you will, for the Redskins. Bradford playing very scrappy, nothing to lose for them. They come in, they took the bye spot, if you will, in this bracket. Fort Loramie elected to play the extra game. They defeated Mechanicsburg 65-21. So their second game here at Piqua for the Redskins, the first for the Bradford Railroaders. Bradford doing a real nice job considering they're the number 13 seed.
Yeah, they're getting Fort Loramie's attention, that's for sure.
Smith with the basketball to the side. Bargy back up top. Plenty of time left. Branson has been the scorer for the Railroader. He has 12 of the 14 points, does Andy Branson.
That's the trouble. You know, you come in and not say they took him for granted, but you can't help. But, you know, when you see a 1-21 record.
Under 5 seconds, right about now, Millhouse will have to go to work. The carry, so they held the ball for a long time and won't get a shot off, so they're going to have 2 seconds. Will the Redskins? I wouldn't give Dylan Braun too much room. I'm sure he's open about right there. The nice, soft, high arcing shot off the front of the rim. 8 minutes are in the books. It's the Redskins 16, the Railroaders 14. We'll be back with more boys tournament basketball here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back. Austin Siegel scores in Fort Loramie's first possession. They held it for nearly 40 seconds. Braun took a shot. Loramie able to get the rebound, and eventually Siegel scores the basket. Shot missed there by Bradford. Here come the Redskins. They turn it away or turn it over. And nearly giving it right back are the Railroaders, and they will stay here right in front of us. Railroader basketball out of bounds. Substitutions for Bradford, 15 and 50. 15 is Johnny Fike, 50 is Josh Phillips, original starters for Coach Deontay Dunston.
I got some famous last names on the team. Trevino and Fike. Dan Fike used to play for the Cleveland Browns offensive line. Probably no relation.
Doubt it, but
never
bringing that up. Millhouse with the basketball back up to Branson. He's the guy that's been the offense for the Railroaders. Number 12 with 12 points in the game. This time he turns it over. Nick Brandewee with the steal. Brandewee to the hoop. Off mark, no good. Brandewee tips it out. Nathan Radman will secure the rebound.
That's what Loramie needs more of. Turn some turnovers into points.
Dylan Braun has hit his fourth triple of the night. 4 of 5 from three-point range is Braun.
He's got 12 of the 21 Redskin points.
Branson gets the ball in the middle, able to break that 2-2-1 zone press that time to up Fort Loramie. Fort Loramie's outscored the Bradford Railroaders 5-0 to start this second quarter. So somewhat of a big possession now for Bradford as they played a very solid 8 minutes in the first quarter.
They've cooled off. They started out real hot from the field, especially Branson.
First quarter, Bradford was 6 of 9 from the field. Bradford was. They included 2 3-pointers. So a very good percentage in the first quarter. Fort Loramie shot 6 of 12, which included 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Once again, it was a 16-14 lead for the Redskins at the end of 8 minutes. And right now the defense has picked up the pace here. A couple steals created by the Redskins as Braun that time is fouled going to the basket. You mentioned it early, Ron, that the offense wasn't bad, but it seemed like, and I agree, the defense for Fort Loramie just about a half a step, maybe a step slow at certain times. And
I think
here in the second quarter, we've seen a lot more foot speed.
Yeah, I think they were a little surprised that Bradford could break their press that easily, and they missed one wide open layup, and they did get another one, but they had no trouble with the press.
Braun, 4 of 5, make it 5 of 6. 15 points for Braun on those 5 3-pointers.
Going back to the 2-2-1.
Bradford will look for an open player. They do so, and they again get it in the hot hands of number 12, who finishes again, Andy Branson. And Branson have a nice night. Ball out of bounds. Dead ball will allow Rosengarden to come back in.
So now Coach Britton has to decide, do you stay in the press, or are you getting some turnovers to offset some of these easy shots they're getting off the press?
8-point Fort Loramie lead. We played over 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Rosengarden, nice pass in, good interior passing. Brandon, though, a step away from the ball, could not catch it. Turnover against the Redskins. And they had a number of turnovers, I believe, in the first quarter.
They had 4 turnovers in the first quarter compared to Bradford had 7.
For Bradford,
most
remember,
of those
came
were
later
in the first quarter.
Wow, another big shot, Branson. Too bad we don't have some information on him, Ron. He's been on fire. He's matching Braun now with points. Branson with 17, Braun with 15.
Fort Loramie's going to have to find out where he's at and maybe
Force somebody else to
not
shoot.
let him get the basketball, or at least come out on him.
Brandon kicked it out to Rosengarden, missed the triple. The loose ball stays in the hands of the Redskins. Braun, his first 2-pointer, no good.
Oh, a takedown.
And Millhouse and Siegel collide. Not Siegel, Mesher. Couldn't tell which hairdo I was looking at. And
A lot of mullets out here tonight.
it's the thing to do as Cody Barhorse comes in.
Been thinking about that myself.
And there's a nice entry pass. Good touch play, good touch pass. Dylan Braun, a 2-point bucket. And a timeout, a 30-second timeout called by the Railroaders. We'll keep it here. I'll let Ron go through our sponsors one more time.
We got Sweeterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Wagner's IGA, Fowler's TV, Upper Valley Career Center, Swan's Mama Rosa's, German Farmers, NKTelco Sports, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Dental Care, Minster Bank, WKKI, K94 FM, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens. The scoreboard sponsor is First National Bank, Think First, and the player of the game will be brought to you by NKTelco.
Thank you, Ron, for those sponsors again, allowing us to bring you this. And this is Southwest District sectional basketball here at Piqua with the Fort Loramie Redskins, the number 1 seed, the Bradford Railroaders, the number 13 seed. But Bradford doing a nice job hanging in there right now. They trail by 7. Fort Loramie appears to maybe picking up that pressure, become a little bit better on defense, and they've opened up a close game, but it's only by 7. And Bradford being very patient now, shortening the game a bit, if you will, as Getting another basket is Andy Branson. Said his name. I've said it once. I've said it probably 8 times, and he now has 19 points on the night.
That time he got Braun to come off his feet, and once he did that, he was beat.
Looking for point number 20. Free throw short. Rebounded by number 10, Millhouse. I thought I said earlier that Railroader had 2 points. Well, there's a bucket by number 15, Johnny Fike. There they got it, right? The score was off a bit.
They've cut it to 3.
Yep. So nice comeback here again. Trailing by 8 were the Railroaders. They've come back now to cut it to 3. Rosengarden into Braun. Sorry, not Braun. It goes back to Rosengarden. There's Braun, who has 17 points here for the Redskins. Under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Again, Fort Loramie playing without starters Tyler Siegel and Evan Burning, both injured and not playing tonight.
Yeah, right now they've got Nick Brandewee at the high post, and they've got Cody Barhorse playing what I would call the short corner against that zone. Now Austin Siegel comes back into the game, give him just a little more height inside and physicality.
Might take that back. There's 23 right there, Evan Burning. So Burning on the court and playing. So good to see that. Instant offense by Nick Brandewee. So Brandewee answers a bit of a scoring drought by the Redskins. A 5-point lead is a good sign. We're on to see number 23, Evan Burning, in the contest.
Yeah, we didn't know if we would see him tonight or not. Nice to see him out there.
5-point lead. Bradford, I think they're very comfortable right now, taking their time. Play a little keep away. Going to the bucket is Josh Phillips. Pull-up jumper. Remains a 3-point game. So Redskins, again, have not been able to shake the Railroaders. Braun has been very warm from 3-point range, off the mark. Branson, the rebound.
So the Railroaders have a chance here to tie the ball game.
Millhouse with the basketball up top to Phillips. Parker Smith now running the offense to look for Branson, who's been the offense for the Railroaders. Millhouse runs right over and through number 33, Eli Rosengarden. Nice job defensively by Rosengarden.
Yeah, he held his own, waited for the contact, and then went over. So good job there by Rosengarden.
Brandewee will bring it up. 28-25 in favor of the Redskins. Zone defense, as the Railroaders have played throughout.
Now they've got Burning and Siegel inside.
And Evan Burning creeps. What was nice about that, Ron, Burning didn't stand there. He went to the ball, found a gap, caught it. The defense was standing, so Burning was moving. Do you like that philosophy? The offensive guy is moving.
Yeah, I do.
And the defensive guy is standing.
He started out on the weak side block and then cut across the lane toward the basketball and received it, and then made his move to the basket.
Burning makes good on the 3-point play.
Now it's kind of like a token full court man-to-man drop back. Now they need to tighten it up, and they need
under a minute to go. A big
to
possession.
find Branson.
And that's a big play there. Boy, Bradford, down by 6. You'd like to go down to the locker room no more than 6. Now there's a chance with shooters like Braun and such on the court, you could be down by 9, and it was a 3-point game, 28-25, when Burning got fouled and made the bucket and the foul shot.
See what Loramie decides to do if they just continue to go
Well,
at
that's
it.
a bad, tough pass. Millhouse, the steal. He goes right at Burning, and there's a foul. Even though Burning left his feet, I think he tried to go straight up, which is allowed. Now, did he perfectly go straight up? I don't know, but
Well, if he didn't, he was going backwards.
it's not straight up. You're moving illegal.
Well,
Do you think he's allowed to go backwards and then get run over?
I think that takes it off. If you're going backwards,
I think you're not in legal position.
that's better than going straight up.
Yeah, you're allowed to jump in the air. Some people think if you jump in the air, you can't take a charge. Yes, you can. You have the ground, the ceiling to stand. Take another look at it here. You'll see it come right into your kitchen or your living room window. Burning gets there just a half a step late.
Yep, he's there late.
But I tell you what, that's pretty vertical. I mean, it looks like a foul because there was contact, but well, Millhouse can't make good. Millhouse just literally ran into him. Looked like there had been a foul on 10 Millhouse. Really a ill-advised body slam, and it stays with the Railroaders. Still a chance here, Ron, for them to go down no more than 6 if they take the last shot.
I think Loramie has to match their physicality right now. That the Railroaders are being physical with them in the inside.
Thought Millhouse just diving on the pile was a foul as well.
Yeah.
Because that's not going for the ball. It was just throwing your body on the pile. So now for Loramie, after all that, they missed a couple free throws to Bradford. And boy, being a 1-21 team, those foul shots are big when you get a chance to cut into the lead. And Fort Loramie's gonna have a chance to grow the 6-point lead with under 20 seconds to go in the first half.
You'd kind of expect Braun to be the shooter.
3-second violation. It
was on Austin Siegel.
Siegel, yep. You know, it's one of those things. He's probably standing on the line, but was he posting up or really trying to gain position?
It had nothing to do with the play at all.
Other than he's standing on the line.
Yeah.
Tough break.
And on the weak side line at that, he was away from the basketball. But
under 10 seconds to go, they got it in the hands they wanted to do. Branson gets a shot off at the buzzer. A good 2 quarters of action here. It's the Fort Loramie Redskins 31. The Bradford Railroaders 25. We'll take a quick break, come back with second half action here on NKTelco Sports.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Loramie, and New Bremen.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Best part of my experience at Upper Valley is getting to know different teachers and the way they teach. So you learn a lot about how college is going to be in the future. My name is Paige, and I'm from the Exercise Science program.
Welcome back to Piqua High School. It's halftime here with the Fort Loramie Redskins up by 6 over the Bradford Railroaders, and with some very maybe surprising or interesting stats, Ron. Maybe surprising more so, but here are the halftime stats.
Okay, for the Fort Loramie Redskins, 12 of 23 from the field. Railroaders 11 of 16 from the three-point line. Redskins a nice 6 of 11. 3 of 4 for the Railroaders from the foul line. 0 of 3 for the Railroaders. 1 of 4 for the Redskins. Rebounding edge went to the Railroaders, 11 of 9. And turnovers, Redskins 8, Railroaders 12. So I think the rebounding part is a kind of a surprise for the Railroaders to be out rebounding the Redskins. Both teams could pick up their foul shooting. They're not very aggressive, but that's what a zone will do on one end, and on the other end, just not a very aggressive basketball, taking it to the hole to get to the line. So that's going to have to turn around. But the Railroaders 11 of 16 from the field.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty surprising, I would think, from the Railroaders.
Yeah,
like you said before, we don't have those season
unable
stats.
to get anything from them, but Andy Branson, 8 of 10 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range. Missed a foul shot, but he leads all scorers with 19 first-half points. Right behind him for the Redskins, Dylan Braun, 17 points on 6 of 11 shooting from the field, and 5 of 8 from beyond the arc is Braun as we open up the second half with the Redskins in with the basketball, and they promptly turn it over. So good anticipation by Millhouse. And we look back at the Railroaders, Ron, they closed the second half out. They missed some free throws, a two-shot variety by Millhouse, had another attempt at the buzzer to score, so they could have made this a whole lot closer than what it is, but I think it's probably surprising the most how close it is right now, just 6 points.
Yeah, I would say before the game, if you told them they could go the locker room down only 6, they would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, a 13 seed Bradford, a number 1 seed Fort Loramie. Fort Loramie playing without Tyler Siegel, and for the most part of the first half without Evan Burney, but he came in and played the last few minutes of the first half. Had a basket, was fouled, made a free throw. Branson challenged, and they will be called for the travel as he could not get rid of it. That's the first time Fort Loramie was able to really defend him and make him uncomfortable shooting the basketball.
Braun did a nice job there cutting him off in the paint and making him go up with it, and had a hand in his face and made him second think his shot there and traveled.
So back-to-back turnovers for each team to open up the half, and you wonder what the message was in the locker room as far as Fort Loramie's defense. Obviously Branson has been the head of the snake. I'm sure there was some conversation about make sure he isn't getting open looks.
Yeah, and on the offensive end, they're going to have to sharpen up their outside shooting a little bit to get Bradford to go maybe into a man-to-man or a different kind of zone.
Three-point shot by Nathan Ratterman off the mark. Braun unable to run it down. It goes over to Bradford. Parker Smith is fouled in the backcourt, trying to play tight man-to-man defense. He's 34. Carter Mesher, a 5'11 junior.
Yeah, if he doesn't fall down, he doesn't get the foul there, I don't think.
Very few fouls called in this game on either squad. I don't believe, off memory, Ron, I don't think anyone's in really foul trouble. Nope. Well, Parker Smith and Dilquan Millhouse each have 2, but for the most part, everyone good to go here in the second half. Phillips between the leg dribble, back up, cross-court pass it goes. Branson, shooter's touched, can't get it. Offensive rebound, Phillips. Second opportunity for the Railroaders. Josh Phillips, 6'2 senior.
They made that pass from the top to the elbow at about a 45-degree angle, and that pass probably shouldn't have been completed. Should have been somebody in the passing lane on that one.
Right now, Fort Loramie's passing. We talked about it in other games, Ron. A lot of balls being thrown from chest to chest, and you always say the ball has air for a reason, so it can bounce, and a lot of times it's easier to throw the bounce pass. They've had a number of their passes get deflected. Fortunate that it went off of a Railroader here. It's going to be Bradford basketball going the other way. So a ball game so far here is a Railroaders had trailed by as many as 8. Coach Britton will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And I want to go through just this tournament bracket one more time. We talked about Fort Loramie, the number 1 seed. They opened up the tournament trail with a big win over Mechanicsburg at number 12, 65-21. That brings them here tonight against Bradford, the number 13 seed. The winner tonight will move on to play on March 3rd at 7 o'clock right here at Piqua, and they will play the winner of our next game, Ansonia Tigers or the Bach-Inns Trojans. And Coach Brett Meyer's club playing a lot of young guys. It'd be nice to see them, the number 10 seed, knock off the number 6 Ansonia Tigers, and that would be a Shelby County Athletic League finals here on
paper. That really looks like an even game.
It does, the Ansonia Bach-Inns
game.
So,
but you never know.
Nope,
I mean, we
look
didn't
what we're in
think.
right now.
Yeah.
course, we don't have any paper on Bradford, but
No.
we went just by their records.
Yeah.
A 4-point game. Braun goes baseline, finds Siegel, and that's number 45, Austin Siegel.
That was a good timeout there by Coach Britton, changing the setup there a little bit to try to get the ball inside. Loramie has not gotten the ball inside as much as I think they want to.
Have hit from the outside a little bit with Rosengarden, or with Braun. There's an illegal screen called against number 44, Clay Lehman.
And I think, again, part of that has to do with Tyler Siegel being out. You know, somebody has to play out of their normal position, and somebody's going to get more minutes than they're usually getting, and it's just a change.
And right now, with 2 starters basically out, a lot of guys are getting, next man up in their face. It's my turn to perform, and extra minutes is right. A little bit different rotation, but something the Redskins are going to have to overcome here until those guys can come back. First things first, they need to take care of business here. This game far from over, the 6-point lead. Again,
There,
nice
they got
entry
inside.
pass.
There you
Got
go.
the ball to the baseline. That's twice.
He hit that short corner, and the high post guy comes down, and that's where the inside game is right there.
Back-to-back baskets by Austin Siegel. He now has 8 points. Fort Loramie's lead is 8, so it becomes a big possession now for the Railroaders. Millhouse drives in, bumps against Braun, turnaround jumper, and it drops. Nice basket by Delaquan Millhouse. His first 2 points of the night. Braun kicks out. Ratterman, 3-point shot, no good, and it goes off of Fort Loramie.
But you see right there, they get the ball inside on the baseline. Everybody sags down. That you got it in there 2 times in a row. Now the defense sags down, and the outside is open. So they need to get Dylan Braun the ball on the outside now to get the open shot.
Ball actually went off of a Bradford Railroader. Boy, Austin Siegel saves the possession and scores. I think it's his 6th point in a row, his 3rd bucket in a row, and that pass was nearly picked off.
I think the physical play really plays into his hand. He's a physical player.
Another 30-second timeout, this time by the Bradford Railroaders. I'll let Ron go through our sponsors.
We got Sweeterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Wagner's IGA, Fowler's TV, Upper Valley Career Center, Swan's Mama Roses, German Farmers, NKTelco Sports, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Dental Care, Minster Bank, WKKI, K94 FM, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens. Scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Think First, and the player of the game will be brought to you by NKTelco.
Thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this. It's tournament basketball once again here at Piqua High School. Jeff Henshin alongside me tonight, Ron Cruzy. A good game so far. Bradford hanging around. They need a bucket here. They've allowed Fort Loramie to grow the lead to 8. We're just under the halfway point of this 3rd quarter.
And now Loramie's putting good pressure on the basketball, but they're giving up the pass. Nobody's getting in the passing lane.
Millhouse scored the last bucket for the Railroaders. His jumper off the back iron, rebounded by Ratterman, and chance here for the Redskins, I believe, to open up their biggest lead of the game. Actually, they led by 10, I guess, back in the 2nd period. So this would match, a 2 would match the largest lead. And a foul.
Nice pass by Braun from the baseline to Siegel.
Yep.
Yeah, cutting from the elbow down to the block. And
it's probably the 3rd time we've seen Braun or someone get down on that red baseline and just, like I said, throw it up.
Yeah, and that's all come after that timeout by Coach Britton. Set that up, gets the change of a set out there against the zone.
Number 52, Nolan Burning in for Fort Loramie, and also waiting to come in is Mason Kemper. If Siegel can connect, Mason Kemper will come in. He does, and Siegel's had a nice 3rd quarter. He has 12 points on the night.
63% from the foul line. He's shooting better than that.
He had 4 points at half and now 12, so 8 3rd quarter points, and we still have 3 minutes to go. He does come out now. As I mentioned, Kemper went in for him, and a 10-point lead, a 3-point shot by Branson. And from downtown is right. The PA announcer here in Piqua reading it well.
And that's 22 points for Branson.
Nice looking jump shot too. I mean, that time, he doesn't need a lot of room to get a shot off, that's for certain. Braun muscles in off of Phillips a little bit. And Braun, his first bucket of the second half.
It looks like Loramie would be better off making Branson put the ball on the floor. That's when they've had more success.
Making him drive versus kind of spotting up. So boy, Branson has shot very well. 8 of 9 of 12 from the field is Branson. 22 points, 22 of the 32 Railroader points. This is Branson now with the basketball being guarded by Brandowie. Phillips over to Millhouse. Branson thought about it, but that's a deep three. Tough shot off the mark by 15, Johnny Fike. Loose ball corralled and saved by the Redskins. Here comes Fort Loramie. Braun gets a crease, doesn't need much, but he gets the hoop and the harm.
Nice lead pass there by Brandowie.
And foul on Phillips, I believe it was. We'll get another look at it here, I believe. And luckily, Braun able to kind of stay up on Phillips, and he doesn't go to the floor. Phillips, a large target, if you will, to land against.
And he didn't square up. He just came in sideways, and you're going to get the foul called on you every time. This
will tie game high honors with 22, and it does. He is now even with
Now they're picking
Branson.
up the man-to-man pressure, and Braun steals the ball on the inbounds pass, but kicked it.
So a 12-point lead with an even 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Carter Mesher in for Fort Loramie.
So Loramie's smelling blood right now, I think.
Good defensive play, pretty good quickness by number 33, Eli Rosengarden, to knock the ball loose, force the held ball possession. It stays with Bradford.
That's a good time to do this, you know, no foul trouble.
Millhouse takes it down, loses
That's
his
traveling.
balance. Braun comes up with it. 2-on-1. Rosengarden a bit under the bank board, gets bailed out as there's a foul on number 3, Parker Smith.
I missed 2 traveling calls there right in a row.
I didn't see either one.
You didn't?
Well, they didn't call them, so they
I
weren't
know.
traveling.
Okay, no traveling.
Rosengarden at the free throw line. Rosengarden, a 5'10 junior, averaging 3 points a game. 79% from the free throw stripe.
Austin Siegel's back into the ball game for the Redskins.
There's another look at the last play as he was actually behind the basket, and then there's a foul on Parker Smith. Rosengarden crosses the line. Someone crossed the line. I believe it was either Smith or Siegel. Someone jumped into lane too soon. It remains a 13-point Fort Loramie lead with 1:45 left in the third quarter.
So Bradford's having a little trouble here. They did get the ball down the last possession down the middle, but took a quick shot, but that's what Loramie wants them to do.
30-second timeout. We'll keep here. It's got to be about probably the last 30-second timeout. We've got to take it back. That's probably why they're out of 30s. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a full timeout with them. You're watching boys tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Mama Rosa's is looking for dedicated people to join their family. You will enjoy benefits and camaraderie not available at most jobs. Our culture promotes the idea of teamwork, respect, and honesty. It also encourages excellence in our performance, which translates into a quality product for our customers. Go to mama-rosas.com to begin your career.
When I took over this farm from my dad,
I
I knew our
13-point
future
lead.
success
Finally,
required
Ron,
making
I
major
won't say
changes
that
in our operations.
a lot of room, but more breathing
That
room
meant adding acreage,
than what they had
more
at halftime.
bigger
A 6-point
equipment,
lead is now
investing
blossomed
in
to 13.
powerful technology.
Yeah, the pace of the game has
Hiring
changed
employees.
somewhat in Loramie's
even
favor.
started
They
a
want to
seed
speed it up a little bit. And trying to do that off this man-to-man pressure that they're putting on the Railroaders, trying to get some layups, get some easy shots off the turnovers.
Well, Bradford has hung around. Do they have another burst of energy in their tank, if you will, as they, again, this is the biggest lead we've seen all night. It was 6 points at halftime, and they definitely made the Redskins work. Tough shot, kind of ran off at a good angle, and Braun quickly down the court, weaves around, and now a 15-point lead. 24 points for Braun.
Yeah, so they're trying to deny that first pass in, and once they get it in, they drop back a little bit and set up their half-court man-to-man. There's a steal by Braun.
Just stay up, and he will get fouled. He can't quite, no, he does not get fouled. Tanner Rosengarden, I should say. Eli Rosengarden, that's his brother.
Yeah.
With the follow-up bucket.
Nice job by him following it. Didn't take for granted that he was going to make it.
Yeah, you always want your teammate to score, but you have to assume they may not. A block foul on Siegel with a count in the basket.
Nope, before the shot.
Unfortunate break for Bradford. They call a blocking foul on Siegel before the layup. So right now, offense coming at a difficult task for Bradford. They won't get the layup. The foul occurred before that.
So Branson comes out with 53 seconds in the quarter.
Yeah, Branson's in.
Oh, excuse me, I had the wrong number.
Phillips spins, weaves. Well, they score anyway, so good possession for Bradford. Nice move by Phillips.
Then I don't have to question why they would take him out.
Yeah, I didn't.
Good move leaving him in there.
Well, that's a bucket for Bradford. It's been a while since they'd scored. They trail by 15, the final 30 seconds. Rosengarden with the basketball. Fort Loramie appears to be set to take the last shot.
Yeah, they got Braun as a floater down there, so they want it. Right now they're throwing it away from him.
10 seconds to go. Fort Loramie will go to work here. The end of the third quarter. Braun on the wing. Rosengarden crossover, goes in. Nice pass to Siegel. His shot blocked from behind by Bargy, and that's the third quarter buzzer. The Redskins on top by 15, 49-34. We'll be back with the final quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back, fourth quarter action. Both teams shooting the ball very well from the field, Ron.
Yeah, how would you like to be shooting 62% and be down by 15?
I wouldn't have thought it, but that's what Bradford's doing. They've hit on 15 of their 24 field goals. That's 63%. They trail by 15. But now, the stat that hurts them is their number of turnovers, 16 compared to 10.
We don't know how many they average during the season, but
this young man, number 45, Austin Siegel, has turned it on. Now has 14 points, had 4 at halftime. He's been the beneficiary of some nice passing. His teammates have been able to get him the ball, and he's done a nice job finishing. Now 6 of 8 from the field. Back door, Fike not able to get a shot off, nearly loses it. Again, the pass above his head gets knocked away, and Grandewey nearly loses it, shovels it off to Siegel, and he is fouled.
Grandewey, he has some nice passes, you know. He penetrates well, he passes well. He's a real smooth left-handed player. Why is it that left-handers are smooth like that?
I don't know. There's more of them now, it seems like, than when it, quote, used to be like when we played. Maybe it's just because of the different angles. I don't know. But
I'm going to date myself here, but I remember watching Jimmy Clemens for Ohio State. And if there was anybody ever any smoother than that, I haven't seen him, but you see a lot more.
Mark Kenshin from New Knoxville played in 71. I think he was pretty smooth. No relation or distant, but
that's why you brought that up.
Well, a little bit, but he went on to play for Ohio Northern, and he's a left-hander. So yeah, I don't know. Siegel makes both foul shots. He takes a break. He's had a nice ball game. Fort Loramie General now has kind of.
I saw one last night playing for. Who was he playing for? He played the Cavaliers last night. Brooklyn Nets. D'Angelo from Ohio State. Russell, yeah. He's smooth.
Yeah, that's true. And Fort Loramie beginning to pull away as a lot of contact. And
wow.
No foul. Dillon composes himself. A 21-point lead. 26 now for Braun. And
nice job by him taking the contact and making the basket.
Right now, Fort Loramie beginning to open this game up. And remember, it was a 6-point game at halftime. 31-25, so the defense for Fort Loramie has really picked up the intensity. Their offense has been very good. We talk about Bradford shooting at 63%. As Branson misses a deep shot there, Fort Loramie's been shooting very nicely at 56%, and they've caused a number of turnovers, so they're getting more opportunities, and volume usually will outdo quantity, if you will. They've been getting a lot more opportunities.
Now they can be very patient with the ball, and there's the guy you want shooting it right there. And on the other end, the only guy that's going to bring them back is the Branson kid. You're going to have to get on him on the outside, and you've pretty much got it made.
Branson had 19 at the half. He has a total of 22. There's a block shot. Was that by 35? I think it was. It was Ratterman. But, Branson, we talked about the halftime. He went in with 19 points to Andy Branson as Braun sits down. A nice round of applause, but I think Fort Loramie's defense, began to pay more attention to Branson, and it's paid off. Nice steal here. Carter Mesher, left-hand layup up and in.
Now that's Loramie basketball right there. Get in the passing lane, steal, go shoot a layup.
Nice left-hand finish off the bank board.
They only give up 37 points a game, does Loramie. They average 57 on offense.
Boy, that Branson kid is nice. And he's got a nice stroke on the jump shot. And he now has 24. And like you said, he's been the most consistent offensive player the Railroaders have had. And had somewhat of a quiet second half, but still 24 in the game. And Fort Loramie right now against the zone defense,
they don't
very
have to
patient.
play against the zone if they don't want to. They could pull them out in a man-to-man anytime.
Rosengarden, 6 points now for Eli Rosengarden.
And this is just a coaching decision now. You struggled with it the first half. Maybe keep them out there, keep them in the zone and work against it. The rest of the ball game might be to your advantage later.
Rosengarden, well said, Ron. You talked about Nick Brandewy, nice look away pass there, off a bounce pass, and Rosengarden, his 8th point. So right now, a lot of things going in the Redskins' favor. Phillips, nice move, left it short, gets his own board, and he will be fouled. Good work by the big man, number 50, Josh Phillips. He'll earn himself 2 free throws.
Okay, didn't give up on it. Kept right at it.
Fort Loramie outscored Bradford 18-9 in the third quarter. And have outscored them here as well to open up this game big time. Again, a 6-point deficit at halftime, and just a 37th point now of the game for the Railroaders against 65 for the Redskins.
And I told you to remind me about this stat, and you didn't do it. So
hey, what's that stat you wanted to tell me about?
I'm going to lay something on you here that if you have this going for you, you've
got
a winner.
You've got it going on.
Loramie, 228 of 314 from the foul line.
So they made 228.
Yeah, and their opponents have only shot 213 foul shots. So they've made 15 more than their opponents have shot. And any time you can do that, I don't care if it's girls basketball, boys basketball, high school, junior high, college, you have a winner.
Well, they've done a nice job, and that's because they're ahead in games. They're forcing the action, or they're forcing other teams to foul them, and they've been able to knock the shots down as a team.
Yeah, that means they're not fouling the other team. They're playing good defense, and they're very aggressive with the basketball. They're getting the ball inside, and that's where you draw the fouls.
And they're shooting as a team 73% from the floor, so
and that helps too.
3 out of every 4 they're knocking down, and that's one of the reasons why they're the #1 seed and 21-2 overall. Mentioned that the 21-2, their only 2 losses have come against Division III Anna, who they tied with in the Shelby County Athletic League, who also tied with Russia. And what was odd with that whole trifecta championship is Anna beat Fort Loramie twice, Fort Loramie beat Russia twice, and Russia beat Anna twice. So
yeah,
just odd. You would have thought they would have split here and there, but nope.
And I can tell you that's the first time this year that I've seen that stat.
We talked about it when you asked me, but
yeah,
did I guess it?
Yeah, you did. I have to say you did.
So,
but you know what I'm looking for when I look at stuff. Assist to turnover ratio.
Yep. We haven't heard that brought up. How is that doing for the Redskins? Pretty good.
You had to ask me that.
And you didn't fill it out tonight? You got a few minutes.
It's not great, or I would have it down.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they have a lot of assists. They shoot the ball very well from the field. Do the Redskins at 50% from the field, 73% from the foul line. And you mentioned their defense, 37 points. You know, you're going to win some games too when you only give up 37 a game. So right now the Redskins in control, and I'll give the Bradford Railroaders a lot of credit. They battled for a good 2 quarters and maybe into the third a bit before the floodgates opened and Fort Loramie took advantage of their ability.
And now they've got the Railroaders in a man-to-man defense, and that's probably not what they are used to playing.
Cody Barhorst, 5'11" senior, he's in the books with his first 2 points as we have just over 2 minutes of action left. The winner of this game will get the winner of our next game, Ansonia Tigers and Botkin's Trojans. And Branson, one of us.
He's getting tired, I think, now.
His shot short there. It was on the mark, though. It wasn't left or right. Good shooters don't miss left and right. They miss short and long. So the Redskins will prevail. And again, Evan Burning, that is, played a couple minutes. No Tyler Siegel tonight, so a few more days off. And, you know, the other guys have stepped up. They got some valuable court time here these past couple games that they've been able to get some quality minutes. Left-handed putback missed by Ratterman, and Fort Loramie comes away empty as we have under a minute and a half to go. Millhouse thought about it. Branson with 24. Finds Phillips up top. Strong in the basket off glass. Nice touch by the big fella.
You could see the big fella didn't want to take that 3 and took it to the bucket.
I thought they were maybe throwing it to a cheerleader down there. She was open, but it goes out of bounds. Mitchell Burning, number 43.
Yeah, if you're Loramie, you want to end it on a good note here. You got some guys in there that are getting some playing time. You don't want
Nolan Burning, 52, 40. Mason Kemper, 43. Mitchell Burning, 30. Cody Barhorst. And who am I missing? 1, 2, 3.
Did you have 44?
44. Jake Ratterman. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You've had a rough night doing a lot of work. I know it's been tough. I'd like to thank Mac Zerker for helping Ron out tonight with our stats.
He's the best.
Ron's best friend tonight. He's does a lot of work for the Shelby County Athletic League, and look him up on site if you ever want to see scores and such. He's got it all right there for a number of the conferences, not just the Shelby County Athletic League, but the MAC, the cross county conference.
Northwest
Central Conference.
Yeah, that's it.
Pull-up jumper by Nolan Burling off the mark.
And he's got the conference with Sydney and
the GWAC.
Yeah, there you go. GWAC.
Heard rumors that they're going to try to maybe leave that conference.
Really?
Sydney. Yep. Shot by Branson, no good. The final 10 seconds. Fort Loramie will pull it out. Well, no, they won't. They'll steal it. It'd be nice if Branson gets another bucket before his career ends. He's a nice ball player. 24 points on the night for Branson. And after this game, we'll have a short break, and we'll come back and wrap it up and prepare for our second game between the Trojans and the Tigers. Long shot from the corner. Parker Smith, no good. Your final score, 67-40 in favor of the Fort Loramie Redskins. They will win and advance to the next game on March 3rd at 7 o'clock here in Piqua. We'll take a quick break and wrap it up when we come back on NKTelco Sports.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpaug, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Welcome back to Pickle High School. We're going to wrap the game up between the Redskins and the Railroaders, a game that the Redskins pull away, Ron, and win by 27.
They did. For the Fort Loramie Redskins, 26 of 45 from the field. The Railroaders 17 of 36 from the three-point line. Redskins 8 of 16, 50% from the three-point line. 4 of 11 for Bradford. 7 of 10 from the free throw line for Fort Loramie. 2 of 5 for Bradford. Rebounding wise, the edge went to the Redskins 23 to 19. And turnovers, we had 21 for the Railroaders and 15 for the Redskins.
Well, a nice win for the Redskins. They pull away a much closer game, if you will. It was a 5-point game at halftime, or 6-point game at halftime, and Fort Loramie really dominates offensively in the second half. 18 points in the third and fourth quarters compared to 9 and 6, so they outscored Bradford 36 to 15 in the second half.
Yeah, for Fort Loramie Redskins, Dylan Braun led the way scoring-wise, 29 points. Austin Siegel, 16 points. And Eli Rosengarden at 8 points. For Bradford, they were led by Andy Branson with 24 points. And without him, it'd have been a long night for the Railroaders.
Yeah, Branson had kept them in the game early. Player of the game, before we step away tonight, that award goes to the Fort Loramie player, and that award tonight's going to go to Dylan Braun. I mean, he had a nice all-around game. Started off Ron hitting some three-pointers, and when Bradford was hanging with him, he continued to shoot well. Finished 11 of 17, the 29 points you spoke of. Also had a couple of rebounds. I like the 4 assists.
Right.
Now, the 4 assists probably went to Austin Siegel in the second half, which really helped open the game.
But he made some big baskets, especially in the first quarter. He was 3 for 3 from the three-point line to start the game. And then in the second half, he had some really nice takes to the buckets off their defense, and actually got fouled a couple times and basically took the hit and made the bucket.
Yes, 17 points in the first half for Braun, 12 in the second for 29. Also had 3 steals to go along, so an all-around performance. Congratulations to Dylan Braun. That will wrap things up for our first game. I'd like to thank our camera crew this evening: Caleb Crusette, Blake Terpstra, Camden Carter. Our engineering department tonight: Scott Robinson, Daniel Allen. For my partner Ron Cruzy, I'm Jeff Henshin. Once again, your final score: Fort Loramie 67, Bradford 40. Thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.